Visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in.
Musa.
Na.
Mbona talanga kama so.
Akita marso.
Ade paso.
Ayo. Do ni mutu.
Musa bari yin ati sila de.
Kema fula ati sila mun ngi.
Tulo banta le mano banda.
Bari man sene so funde ni mano bande sa fonje.
Kilo le bota.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam ba.
Bare.
Ko do ki yana ne yuna ya mo.
Min to yona. Mansara. Bitu natala. Yaja.
Yelo nadal.
Ngamano sammanang ngatulo sammanang. Bismillah.
Na.
Na nyumanu dia ko.
Yalo nyimano wara demen. Jona biro ngayin tawlet. Ngata ko do kama demen. Man façon fula wala beje. Kilo talul tabeje, kilo monni lul tabeje. Hani duli no beje. Ni tale ko do kama. Ni lefta ko do les ko do ta inaita. Na dia te fone si manul sanjalin tulol ni hani nyin fongoni alkame to abul kame fokan dirin klebe ni leminato. Ngabo ndeje.
Yuna la kanyul be sama.
Etu la kanyul be sama na. Yaje.
Stewart & Co. Solicitors, a legal excellence firm in London that can help you with all aspects of your legal work. If you are looking at immigrating to the United Kingdom, Stewart & Co. can help you to set up business, buy houses in the UK, and will deal with all your legal works from start to finish.
For all your general immigration work, we can help you with that as well. If you applied for any form of visa, whether student visas, settlement visas, marriage visas, or a child wanting to come to the United Kingdom to settle with the family, we can help you to achieve your goals.
Stewart & Co. Solicitors, a legal excellence firm specializing in conveyancing, immigration, litigation, family law, personal injury, licensing, no win, no fee. Contact us today at www.sk-solicitors.com.
yara ñilla domoro ka diatel
boy jannon sikes restaurant
e sa na ko be ni na dimbal nimbe domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de taka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendin lon dunia kono domoro betama ñillom international o toda number 1
amanke ba domola jandama
e sa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa na ko sa futandin
e oto sa na ko be mu CK's restaurant
ndafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
Welcome back, Ensa Keita.
Council ko ibismillah kamuruna Ensa Keita.
Before the break, we were talking about the execution of Kajali Jamme.
Jan nimbita break la kontongola ibe Kajali Jamme la saya nyake nyale satakang.
So we would pick it up from there.
Bitumba tata la jele katenteng.
And I remind you again to allow for at least 3 seconds between your speech and that of the interpreter.
Be hakilo bulan la kotake ko wairi kanna soro be kering isikari second sababula iladiamo anen kanna soro la lutema pour kumo si senayan senyomoy.
You understand?
Ya fahamu.
What did they do with the head of Kajali Jamme?
Kajali Jamme akunkolo e munakala ya kenyadi.
Kajali la kungode ya kenyame ninkombe femfolo dombe fania folen.
If I want to say how or what they did with Kajali's head, I will be telling you a lie.
Barundu ya samba keba la suwalo kono.
But they took it inside the house of the elder.
Memu ya Jamet.
Who is Yaya Jame.
Later on you heard from Baji something to do with heads. Could you tell us what it was?
Okola inata mwe Baji la ko ekakule ke okumalula. Foisi ofana mfunyo bang.
Yes, what I heard from him.
Because
I asked him.
I
asked him, these heads that they take inside, what are their use? He said the elder has need of them.
And who is the elder?
That was Yaya Jamme. That those heads went to him. I did not ask him what he did with them because I did not have that power. Once they told me that they were taken to the elder, I kept quiet like that. Except my mind touched on something, I also thought that perhaps my head too will end up with him.
Yes.
But while you are there, did they bring anybody else?
We are on the way. Whatever I saw, I will tell you. Because I will not hide anything. I will not tell a lie. But anything I saw which happened in my presence, I will say. After they killed Kajali, they took his head away. I was there. That was the 12th day I was there. I was there 2, 3, 4 days later. Around 9 in the evening. In my own estimation, Musa came there with a girl.
Which Musa?
Musa Jamme,
Musa Jame, Maliamungu.
Okay. He came with a girl.
Anata nin sunkutin no nata.
Came with a girl.
Ninga lawo kafnyoma menka to mu jafa jafati.
And his other companion, who says his name was Jaffa Jaffa.
Ya mutateng ya la sindo ya la sindo mudenda ya sikana ya samana fombe damen.
They held her like this. One held the one leg this way, and the other one held the other leg, and they took her.
Sister ni tamano.
Because the sister was unable to walk.
Abiri ya dundinkang.
When they brought her inside where I was, I was inside there.
Musa murta.
Musa returned
ya la korda kono.
To Yaya's compound.
Because Baji was that into Lakudo.
Because Baji was not involved in our issue.
Ani lundo sorata pur Baji yambute ya monsong.
There was even a day when Baji was supposed to beat me up, but he refused.
Monsong.
He refused.
Abide Musa murta suokono.
When Musa returned back to the house,
the
girl was crying. She was saying, I will not see my people again. I will die.
In which language?
Kanjumato.
She was speaking in Wolof. She spoke Wolof and Jola, but she was a Jola girl.
What did you come to learn what her name was?
For imana atolombang.
Yama.
Yama what?
Jeju.
Jeju or another name?
Jaju or Jeju. Ning fulo lam wol ka fenga bar ning Jaju nte Jeju lam.
If it is not Jaju, then it's Jeju.
Yeah.
Do you by any chance also know a Yama Koli?
Correct. Yama Koli. Koli lam. Koli lam akon Koli Jimar.
It's Koli.
Kochi kafa Koli Jimar.
Koli Jimar.
But I offer what woman na.
After he said that.
Did she tell you why she was crying?
Yes.
When
she was saying that and crying, at that time Musa and others were outside. Musa had gone to the house and he was not yet back.
Because Musa
frightened me. Each time I saw him coming out, my life is even unpleasant for me. While she was crying and I asked her, when I asked her her name and she told me her name, and I asked her, what brought you here? She said that Musa was the one that informed her that there was work for her there. As soon as he said that and completed saying that, Musa came. When he came up to the door, he said to me, what are you asking this girl? I said, any human being, when a stranger comes to your house, you have to ask to know the stranger's name. I said, I am now the owner of this place because I'm here for almost 20 days. So if anybody comes here and asks me, then that person is my relative. Then he came inside. He fought me very well.
So after that happened, are you kelendi for a blipper?
I am one booter.
That's beaten.
Beaten.
Tell us how he did that.
I
am booted damen.
I booted
I am mutana nadendiko komateng. I am willing die londi.
He held me on my back, with my shirt at the back, and he raised me up.
I am busa.
He hit me.
Boita.
And I fell down. I said to him, Musa, you are killing me and my family will not see me. You will kill me and my relatives will not see me.
How many times did he hit you?
I cannot count the number. They were following one after the other.
Apart from hitting you with his fist, did he hit you with anything else?
That is also on the way. After he did that, beat me up, he said to me, you, before you die, I will damage you. I said, you will damage me? He said, yes. And that is going to quicken. That's going to quicken your going. I said to him, I have heard your statement, but I have not heard God's. I said, God, the the fact that I am here, if at all I have done something bad, then I'll be left here.
Nkai banding atram benna tonyale fanankang.
But
Nkai nga sembodi alalo.
if at all I am also on my truth, then I return back the glory to God.
Ay njabe munala konya alale wala bina be bondi la jang.
The response he gave me was that, where is God who will come here and rescue you?
Nkai hanna manna sembo bala me warta men siatam dolta men faamu nolo.
I said to him, even if he doesn't come, but he has the power which is far greater than the one that we have.
Konyambe damage la bi.
He said to me, I will damage you today.
Wolto ayong wulindi.
That was when he raised me up.
Ko ngambulollo nsaitan dino alla.
Then yes, I want to put my hands and demonstrate to you.
When he raised me up, he told me to bend on my knees and hands. He placed his leg on my back. He pressed me down from my from the back of my neck up to my waist. It all made a sound. That's the time when I fell down and I laid down. I was in intense pain. I cried.
Did he jump on you or he
No
walked
jumping.
on you?
He stand me. He do this. He press me so down.
I downfully.
I singo tunkanten. I am pressed duma pura en kat.
He stamped on my back.
Yes,
And pressed me down.
Pressed me down. Yes.
Mboita nchisiokang.
I fell on my chest.
Balo endimi woto back.
My body pained me a lot.
I bute obe kana be obe endimi bari wo manyong ainya last time menkele na manyong soro.
The beatings he gave me were painful, but the last punishment he meted to me, there was none as painful as it.
Belaring.
I was lying down.
Nata lotang kundo.
He came and stood over me.
Konye Keta.
He said to me, Keta.
Konnamu.
I said, yes.
Konye rebelo mudi for rebelon tedi.
He said to me, are you a rebel or are you not a rebel?
Kaya Musa.
I said, Musa.
Kaya nibem fala mfa.
If you are going to kill me, kill me.
Ite kukal na membendi mila fambelo lamba fule rebelo mundi.
But you will not inflict any pain to me that will compel me to accept that I am a rebel. He said to me, you will not walk on the face of this earth again. We will meet in the hereafter. I said to him, I have had yours, but I have not had God's yet. He said, it's left two.
I will damage you for twice. That's what will take you to the next war. I said, okay.
So kabra was stamp on yinkenna.
After he stamped me like that, during those days, there is nothing I could do for myself. Even if I want to stand up, I had to lean on the wall, place my hands on the wall, and try to get up and stand. But even now, up to this day, I have that pain in me. I cannot raise it up. Even if there are two, my area, I cannot raise it up. If I want to raise it up, you will hear my bones cracking. And if I do that, I used to fall down. My head and my waist, these are the two things which will kill me.
What happened to your head?
That's also part of the beating. The day that he took out my teeth.
He came after me.
Can we go through the different types of torture he meted out on you, gradually, one by one?
Okay. So kabri no tedi mo benyola.
I was with that waist pain.
Anata noma.
He came after me.
Konya tutafula.
He said to me, it is left two, which I am going to do to you, and you'll go with them to the hereafter. He said to me, you have children? I said, yes, I have children. He said to me, but you will not have any more children. I said to him, Musa, I'm not going to have children again. I said, that's no problem. Thereafter, he went inside the IS compound. He said to me, I will be back.
At this stage, where was Yama?
That time, Yama did not arrive. It was after that Yama came.
Yes.
But was this after the killing of Kajali?
Kajali is a first person. Kajali le mo follow Yaman fa.
Habari nyimbekele la tumomen o yatarle Kajali fata.
Mo Kajali to Alkiyama.
That time Kalaji was already
Kajali was already killed.
Kajali fatale.
Okay. So tell us this torture that happened to you before the arrival of Yama.
Saying afonyen ay nyinta jire ya men keleten janni be Yama natila.
Brian te onyim bondi wato menna.
After he dislocated my waist,
natana afulanjang punishment men natankang.
The second punishment that he meted to me,
ay na kurto bondina.
He removed my trousers off my
body.
He was playing with my body.
Just a moment. From what you explained a little bit earlier, it appeared to me that when he was stamping on your waist or on your back, stamping, not damfu. Yama was present.
It was after that Yama was brought in.
So that punishment was not as a result of the conversation you had with Yama.
Abesunta Yama la dinyin karolo kono. But after nata Yama bondi je ya samba kono to kotenke.
All my problems emanated as a result of the conversation I had with Yama. But Yama was taken outside. That time they had said that she should go and answer inside. It was after that this second punishment was meted out to me.
They took Yama inside, and before she was brought back, that's the time this second punishment took place.
The first time Yama was brought, you said she could not work.
No, she was not able to work.
Do you know why she was unable to work?
Yamade malom munayano because manyininka baringa joko na joya miro taninda nyabe betearing. Ngaji utuma lenyin singol la yelo kaji walella.
I cannot say what happened to her, but by my limited knowledge and what I have been able to observe, I saw that there was blood oozing from under her legs.
Do you believe the blood was coming from her legs or from her private parts?
Ala
musiato.
It's from her private part.
And she also could not work.
And
she was not able to work at the time. They carried her in and they carried her out.
When you realized that this woman was brought, she was carried, she was unable to work, and there was blood oozing out of her private parts, what did you think happened to her?
Biri ya nati, itela korosiroto yaje ko, yelobe bokang nyatoto. Saying itela miraroto ya jube ko mune ketala ya mune kala mensi osabu ama.
Ntela miraroto den kabirinte ngaje. Ntela miraroto ntenga nyina mira ko. Fabe ale wala nyama malum ntenga muta ko iba repulale.
When I saw her, in my limited knowledge, I don't know whether that was actually what existed, but I thought to myself that they must have raped her.
For how long was she in the room with you before she was taken out the first time?
I wato menkete fe obungo kono je janni ba sambala. Isa yirikano ay wati jeleta.
It was not long.
Hours or days?
Tilol le si fodum montro watol.
Ma yamala puru abotina nyum problème ko na nata.
Biriya nati fe
biriya nati je ya samba ya murundi nang.
Hani
man tambi telefula la. Man telefulo fonci fam.
Ya nati follow ke tu moment. Janni ba bondile je kote ke sinya follow ka samba. Yalo ya nati le ya samba. So akawle nyininka ya nati tu moment fo janni ba bondile je ka samba. Ay wati jelleke.
Amon montro wato fonci.
It was less than an hour, I can say.
Because Kabiria Samanang, after Musa Talfunota,
because when they brought her, Musa later telephone.
Watolo ma intending kai kamuna diamo nye kabida wo for na lakurata na telephone ota diamoto.
That was when he asked me, what are you asking this girl? And then after that, he took up the telephone.
Na tasika kurenge ya Murundi.
And it was after that they carried her again away.
Alata konota manta me militant sabalaje.
Her coming inside was not more than 30 minutes.
Ya Murundi nang.
And then they brought her back.
Watolo mu kabri ya murne ya chindi wato men na Musa murta suokono.
It was when they brought her and they sat her down and Musa returned.
Kabringa murta nang kotenga nata entaraje.
When he returned again, he found me there.
Ay mune fa lo dindingoye.
Ala dindinjuma.
Jafa jafa. Menka makoy kuriala.
When he came back for the second time, what he told Jaffa Jaffa was,
kay koy kon kana somuro lan kana yelo bon yelo momboto kainde science mutanga kango dete fa nga kunsamba.
What Musa told Jaffa Jaffa was that now they said we shouldn't use knives to kill her. The blood that came out of her is enough. They said we should strangle her. After she died, then we should take the corpse inside. The head inside.
Just when did this happen? Was it before or after you were tortured by Musa?
Nyingeta wati jumale. Jani Musa ye lipalomba mfo Musa ye liparing kola lomu nyinatake.
Musa ye liparing kola.
It was after Musa's beatings.
Kabirintene Musa dilta nata nyin sikala ya samba.
After Musa dealt with me, he carried her and took her away.
Alaf sina fulanjango.
The second time,
abri ya jindiji adunta atata korda kono amurta nang.
When she was placed there, he went inside the compound and came back.
Which compound did he go to?
Inside the Yajame's compound. Where I was, there was a door between where I was and Yajame's compound.
At this stage, do you know whether Yajame was in Kanilai or not?
During the time of the problem, he was in Kanilai. That time he was staying in Kanilai.
How about the execution of Kajali? When he was killed, was Yaya Jammeh also in Kanilai?
Kajali la saya dum birim Musa Jammeh ba fala. Biring be Kajali fala. Sana ba fala. Wayata le Yaya Jammeh be Kanilai bang?
Yaya Jammeh fanantare jele.
That also found Yaya Jammeh there.
More, take it easy. So, when they were taking the head of Kajali inside the home, was Yaya Jammeh there?
Biribe Kajali kungo sambala suokono. Yaya Jammeh bijele bang?
Yaya Jammeh bija samo somanda fanganata murmuro la jatoli yangaje.
Yaya Jammeh was there. In fact, the following morning he came to told the area where the lions were kept, and I saw him.
On this particular occasion, when they were dealing with Yama, you said Yaya Jammeh was also in Kanilai.
Ni silo biri ibe kuolu keka Yamala. Iko Yaya Jammeh bijele wo silo fana.
Be Kanilai.
Was in Kanilai.
Be Kanilai.
And
was in Kanilai.
When Musa left you and Yama inside the house, he went to the other home. Which home did he go to?
Biring Musa ni Yama tuje. Ika muruta kadun suokono. Suju male moti.
Yaya Jammeh korda kono.
Inside the Yajame's compound.
Yes.
Why do you think he went there?
Munana ya melako atata jele.
Atata dalilo mena de malong because what monte Musa fonte buka parenya ilo aka ninyaje donki jokatile.
The reason that he went there for, I do not know. In fact, that time I was not always prepared to see Musa Jammeh. Each time I set my eyes on him, I get terrified.
You said earlier on that he was on the telephone, and thereafter he went to the house.
Yes.
Yenyum fonunko wati sotonta abediamo kan telefono to lem braye bandi telephone diamo lalem amuruta kadata wo suokono.
Did you hear some of what he was saying?
Abediamo kan telefono to tumenna yala kuma kangulu dolu moyle ba.
Ankala diamo kamo bari yalo ntama njola kamo.
I heard his statements, but what he was saying, but I don't understand Jola. And all of it was in Jola. I did not understand anything.
So it was after that he left to go inside the house.
Yes.
And then he returned. What happened after that?
That was when he took Yam away.
Anata mutara anatari pitugol to ko. Ikana somrola, ikana barama, iba kangola mutala ya dete faifa.
That was when he repeated that they should not stab her with a knife, they should not wound her, they should strangle her until she dies.
Can you give us a description of Yama?
Yamadum, isi a Kenya sata nyelolo amulungo Kenya Benjamin.
Yama, you remember sitting down in the warola.
The one that is seated here, they are almost the same body size.
But I tell you, quite demanding.
But she's fairer in complexion than this one.
I debero ke amira me ika musol ka debero fa ika bora julote ka mami mininteng.
She did some plating which the women use a string to make some circles. I don't know the name of that type of braids. She did that type of...
Is there anything distinctive about her?
For fembe yama balale mosi men suteno ka foko ha niaje ni nyinje ni ninyine babala mosa suteno menna
ha leja ye chuputin no sado e ka fo me ferentang
yeah the
pimple ferentang e ka fo nyadi
just a pimple.
Yes,
it's not a dimple. It's not a dimple. I don't know how to describe.
Yeah, that sometimes I kese koyo findin. But I warale.
There's a growth sticking out.
Yes.
On her this thing, on her cheek.
Yeah.
Which when you press, it emits a white substance that I recognized on her.
What we are told, that's what it is in English.
Yes.
Good.
Thank
you. Anything else about her? Any manly characteristics in her?
Okola fo fem babala men sike halamadin kunyalti men yalon ko mosa asute no yamabala.
Hani.
Yeah. You mentioned
ka mem sitara bala men sa fo no ko nyinde nyin ka ke wolle bala. Yo ye mo fo fem façon babala le ban.
Melo ko mo fahamudi.
I don't understand your
question. Yo bari fo fem be stara a jato bala. Mosi menjeno ko ha nyinde nyindalta kala kellela.
Ani mo cross J.
No, I did not observe that.
Mo cross J.
I did not observe that.
Did she have anything on her chin or
bora?
A beard.
A beard. You
are referring to a beard. She had a beard, but not like a full beard. There were just some little hair here and there. Yes, that was a
what was her skin complexion?
Balajato la benyadi le mo fingulo mo koyo le mfo mampata balole.
Tele koita nyindi.
She was fairer than this one.
Yeah.
And you told us that Musa said, they said, she should not be slaughtered or stabbed. She should just be strangled to death because there's already enough blood.
Yenyim fuko, Musako, ikana so murula, ikana nama, barini ba fala. Isa kango de hanufo aifa katu yelo membota bala ukanyanta.
Yes.
Did Musa say anything to indicate to you why that mode of killing was chosen?
For Musa, I fem for etesi memfahamuko. Munana inyanta fala wo farinya fasongola.
That time, even if I had drunk wine until I got drunk, I wouldn't be brave enough to ask him that. My time will quicken.
Listen to the question. The question is, did you hear them say anything which made you believe a particular reason why they chose that method of execution?
For dalila le beje me ya kendiko iba fala wo fari nyama satara yele dote bolaba la kote.
Yes, nga baji nyininka.
Yes, I asked Baji.
Atunta fanang hanyita wala je.
Because I was not scared of him there.
Mo jamala kanaje dok wala kamuru bari mang hanyi morje na mengo bajiti.
People come there to work, and I was scared of all of them except Baji.
Baji nyina fonye nyimol meni ke sambate ya ke sadaldi.
Baji told me that these people that were usually taken, Yaya used to offer them as sacrifice. I asked him, human sacrifice? He said to me, have you not seen it before? We are used to seeing it here. And these ones would be the last ones. But many people have been offered here as sacrifices. So I said to him, so it's like I am also standing at the altar of sacrifice.
Musala problem we bolo kono da sikeno yella ban sadala sikeno alay mel lañin je wala barinte kuma fono le yodo bari ngalon ko sadala bunda wala katarajam.
He said to me, you are under Musa's program. It could be that you will end up as a sacrifice. It could also be that God will destine something else. But where you are virtually on the altar or the door of sacrifice.
When you heard Musa repeat or state what they were going to do, where did you think that those ideas as to what was to do came from?
Biriye musala kuma kangolu mai ibe menkela ni nyanta kela nyameng itela mira rojo ya mira wo kuma fasongolu wo miral fasongolu isibona mintole jumale si wo miral fasongolu dila
ntela miroto de
in my own thinking
Musa nyole ko kuma kangol menifo
the things that Musa and others were saying
ala mellongo kanyanta de
what God knows is enough.
But in
my own limited thinking, I saw to it that the president himself was the criminal. Because all the things that happened within the area, the killings there, the horrendous beatings took place there, Yaya cannot say that he was in the way of them. No, he will dare not say that. So in my own observation, I believe that Yaya himself is involved in these killings. Because human heads live there and go to him. If he was in the way, those heads wouldn't have been going to him.
The statement that was made by Musa Jame, did it indicate, I mean Malia Mungo of course, did it indicate that he was doing that killing on his own behalf, or was he doing it for somebody else?
Musala okumakangolo anamanya ay menufo fo wenyi yitandile ko abe wo farolu mennu la wonya abe farolu kekan afango kungole bang fodum abe wo farolu kekan modole ye me yalon ko nata fangta kilinde
amam faro ka kungo de ni be kumo jabila.
Yes, to answer your question, he was not doing the killings for himself. Because in the course of the death of Yama, he was saying to Baji that tomorrow I will have money because Yama has a beard. So that money, in my own thinking, would be coming from the president. But I did not ask Musa. He was saying that to Baji. I was sitting. He said that, and when he was done, he looked at me behind. He said to Baji, here is another food for the crocodiles. Baji lowered his head.
When he said that, tell us what exact words he used. Did he say food for the crocodiles, or did he say sada for crocodiles?
Birayo kumakangofo afonyen yasenende ayafo nyadile akole ko bang bambolu la sada fodum akole ka bang bambolu la domoro
konte ntemu bambolu la domoro
said me that I was food for the crocodiles.
I mean Yama.
Ako Yama.
Yama bajile nyimfonya bare Musa o mafonya sadale mo Musa o mafonya sadante.
Baji told me this, but Musa did not tell me whether it was sacrifice. Because when Musa looks at me, I know that he was not pleased with me.
What I was driving at is, you said Musa said to Baji that Yama was something for the crocodiles. What was it, that something? Was it food or was it sada?
Ako Musa mem for Baji Yama la kuoto Willem nyintiko ako fo ya mamu sadaleti bamboli bang fodu ya mamu bambol la domoroleti.
Nye bajiye mamfo de sadalu niye fa niye ke kunga samba ya yale ila muntu ngani wele kata bamboya.
What Baji told me that the sacrifices when they are when the person is killed, the head is taken to the elder, and the stump, the remaining part of the body, is taken to the crocodiles as food.
On this particular occasion, what happened to the body of Yama? As far as you know.
Biri ye Yama fa foka pare. Itela londo inata muneke abalajato la.
Yama balajato. Sanamanjang.
Sanamanjang.
Musa is Sanamanjang kuma call telephone.
Musa called Sanamanjang by telephone.
Diamutaye.
And spoke to him.
Rai na inanying kwae kajali kuntung nyameng.
So that he could come and repeat the actions he did with the corpse of Kajali.
No, not the actions. The kuntung is not action.
The chopping into pieces. Just as he did to Kajali, this one too should be done the same, and the body taken to the crocodiles. Musa was the one that strangulated Yama until she died, but it was Sana who chopped her body into pieces.
Were you seated there watching Yama being strangled to death?
Ibejele numbang ibe sirin koma ka jube wato men abeya makangodete la fokafa.
Bunda je kang. Omen ka bandati bunda fongole afintin na bunda ja muta walta num wolo dete.
Exactly by the door. It's not as if it was outside, just directly at the door. That was where he held her neck and pressed her until life came out of her.
Okay. Did Sana Manjang come and do as he was instructed?
Yeah. Sana Manjang dung. Ya faye nyaming. Adunna tele ayabara wole nyama bang.
Ayadoku wole nyama.
He worked it.
Amada sandida kuntun ne.
Exactly that way.
Kajali kuntu saba. Ayin fanang kuntu saba ayala siso fara.
He chopped just the same way as he chopped Kajali into 3 pieces and tore his heart the same way, torso, thank you, the same way he did on the body of Yama.
Kajali.
Yama.
Yes. And how about the head?
Yama akumolu.
Atata Yajame Kordakon.
It went inside Yajame's compound.
Who took it there?
Jumali adundije.
Me yo kunga samore sana fangole bako sika, mbuso sika, ayadundije.
Sana took the polythene bag and went inside. And Sana picked it up, and Musa followed him, and they went into the compound.
And at the time, where was Yaya Jame?
Watembodu Yaya Jame bemi.
Wato nyumbe kono Yaya Jame be because Yaya Jame buka fama kanila le wato.
That time,
Yaya Jame
used to frequent Kanilai a lot. Almost every 2 weeks, he was there.
On this particular occasion, when the head was being taken into Yaya Jame's home, was Yaya Jame there?
Silo biribe kungo dundi la suo kono Yaya Jame bijele bang.
Be Kanilai je?
He was in Kanilai there.
Ya no be Kanilai aboko nukung.
No, when he's in Kanilai, he cannot hide.
Yeah. Momo kalona bijele.
Everyone knows that he's there.
How about the body? When it was chopped up, what happened to it?
Abalajato biri ya kuntum ya kenyadil.
Ya kajali taka boto kono nyama ye nyimfananka boto kono woldo ye kontiling jema bang. Bambol la palasoto.
Just as they did with Kajali's body, put into a bag, the same way they did with Yama's body, and they headed towards where the crocodiles were.
After this event, did you see any other strangers inside where you were detained?
Bringing Kuobotala. Fena ta modolu jele meni alon ko siki luntang lutije ye menu nati wo dinkira to je tebelami.
Ngaje foye dolfa.
I saw it until some of them were even killed.
Because kabiri yama ning Kajali botje yama le nata. Kabiri yama botje.
Because when after Kajali Yama came, and after that,
okay, lundom beje suto talang sabamafang.
One day I was there, and early morning, between 2 and 3, they brought 2 individuals.
By dam.
And Shekhfal. They were Senegalese.
I
don't know what problems they had.
Yes,
They brought them in the night. And it was in the night that they were also taken away. But I did not see their corpses. But when they took them and brought them back, because in the front of my room there was a pump. If you left that pump, there was another pump inside the garden. The pump that was facing me, when they took by Dam and his colleague and returned, I saw Sana, Suleiman, and other boys whose names I did not know. 4 of them. They went. Sana washed his hands, and after that he took some water and he was rinsing, cleaning his trousers.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Could you tell us what he was washing off his body and his clothes?
At that time, I did not know. Because I know that when they go, because what was on me, because Baji atata futata pala soto hanna mantra duty akanawo area. Because Baji, it got to a stage whereby even if he was not on duty, he usually came around the area. He favored me a lot, otherwise I would have died. After they took care of their bodies and left, I said to Baji, but the people that they took away from here, where are they? He said to me, Keita, and I said, yes. He called me again and I answered. He said to me, all of them were killed. I asked him, what have they done that they were killed? He said to me, except if you call Sana and ask him, because I do not have the heart to ask. That was how their thing went.
But what they washed off their body and their clothes, their bodies and their clothes, were you able to tell what it was?
Yemenku ibulo bala aning ila feto fatolu bala fo hakilo sa aitan mutanole ko mune ku kanwonya
that was blood.
Did you see it?
Ya jele banka
in my thinking, because I wouldn't think they'll just come and be washing their hands just like that. And when they went out with them, they did not return with them.
And you were told that they were killed.
After that, Baji said to me, anyone that went with these people out in the night, they usually killed you. He said to me, what Sana drinks, whenever he drinks that, he has no mercy for any human being again. He said, all of us here, there is no one, even Musa, who is close to Yaya Jammeh and a relative of Yaya Jammeh, is scared of Sana. He said, for Sana, killing a human being is as easy as going to the jar and taking up a cup of water and drinking it. He said to me, since you are here, observe and wait until you see when he brings someone with whom he has a problem with here and see if that person will leave afterwards. After that happened, when Sana comes there, I do not even want our eyes to lock. Because when Sana comes there, but his comings are always missions. Because these 2 individuals that they brought, after they killed them,
you are referring to Baidam and Shekhfal.
Yes.
Then how many people were brought?
And they brought 3 people again. They said those ones were cattle rustlers and that they caught cattle with them.
Can you give us a description of these 3 people?
Yes.
Nyai menje.
What my eyes saw.
Atu kabiri nata.
Because when they came,
I
was the alcalo in the room. Anyone that comes, I used to accommodate you inside for you to sit down.
I give you space to sit down.
Just that my wife, my time did not come for me to die.
Because if
my time was up, they wouldn't have found me there. When they brought those 3 individuals,
they were brought inside there. The jeep that brought them was all over covered with tarpaulin. When they arrived, the tarpaulin was raised. They opened the back door. The first person they brought out, he was grabbed and pulled out of the vehicle and thrown down on the ground like just firewood. When the man fell down, he shouted and said, "Wainene." That was the time when Suleiman Sambu stamped him on the mouth and broke his teeth. They were brought inside the room. We were there. Suleiman Sambu came. He said to the man, you beat me up. He took out a knife and placed the knife on his back. He decided to slice the back of the man with the knife from the other side to the other side. The man shouted. The man had long hair. He had long hair, and usually he used to tie the hair with something. The other one, he had one of his fingers. It is the person who has extra fingers attached on his hands. The third one, he is black in complexion than the others. But he was stronger than the other two because he was somebody with a wide chest. When he stamped on the man's mouth,
Solomon, don't worry about that. All of them, they're going.
Then that's the time when Sana told him, Solomon, don't worry about these people. They are all going.
So, all going?
I think about that word, all going. I said, let me wait and listen. That was the time when Sana came and sat down and rubbed a joint. He was having a bottle of beer.
When he drinks, he will pull on the joint. After we were there,
he would puff, inhale and puff. He would smoke. Proceed.
He looked at his time. And then he said, Saul,
time is coming.
He said, time is coming.
Now we are going to be 3.
Now it's going up to 3 a.m.
Call the people, come, bring the car.
He said that he should call their companions to bring the vehicle. Suleiman went out, returned back, and not long after, we saw their jeep coming. They came and took them, put them inside the one with the long hair. Couldn't walk. They had to assist him. And when they got onto the vehicle, they threw him onto the vehicle. They went into the vehicle and left.
How many people, how many of the soldiers participated in this?
I recognize Sana and Suleiman, but 3 other people joined them.
Did you hear any other names?
Okay.
No, at that time, I did not hear any other names. I wanted to hear names. I did not think that such thing could happen in the Gambia. But when I asked Baji about the names, he never agreed to tell me.
Let me ask you directly. Have you ever heard of the name Oya?
For inene moto moile ikafome Oya.
Oya mako je.
Oya assisted me there.
Because one day I inso je.
Because one day he spared me water.
I domoro sambanyanang.
He brought me food.
Kabira boto to nyama jokotenge.
After that, I did not see him again.
How about somebody called Kamara?
Fomo bijebang ikafome ye Kamara.
Kamara? Malum mol kono.
I don't know him.
Have you ever heard the name Kausu Kamara?
Kausu Kamara.
Kausu Kamara.
Kausu Kamara alata kola wole ni bentala.
Apart from Allah's help, it is Kausu Kamara who helped me to be living up to this date today.
Okay. So now explain what happened when those three people were now put inside the vehicle. The guy with the sixth finger on each hand, the big light-skinned guy, and the guy with the ponytail.
Sai ni mosa bolu afonye mune nata ke birin ye bulandi moto kono wala mending kuntinya jango mu kan fa ka kuntinyo city ani me ya lonko bulu konding woro bala ani mo sabanjawni iko men siso fanuta men ya lonko tele bamba wala tanyi ndolti
wala mol jokotenge.
I never saw them again.
Moto mursalan.
The vehicle came back after they were taken away. But I didn't see these people. And I didn't have the daring mind to ask.
But did you see the guys who took them?
But many years samba. It was Sana and his people who put them on board the vehicle.
It was Sana and who else?
Sana and Solomon.
Sana and Solomon.
And the other boys, many motor someone mole told long.
Plus the other guys who came with the vehicle. I don't know their names.
Did Musa participate in that?
Musa dabe ofanantreba.
Musa dabe jaluk among kukaje baringa lonko. Kuriya beje Musa daba konola.
He was involved. He did not participate in anything, but I know that any criminality that was being done there, he was a part of it.
When Sana and his other colleagues returned, did you see them?
I saw
them, they came there. That was their meeting place.
Did you see them do anything?
When they came empty-handed.
Yes.
Did you see them do anything?
Each time they went and returned, they will go to the pump.
Because diamo koleatale. But intela joya miroto. Kabirim baju konyo ko fiang bulani motola yesamba kefale. Sa imfana lata wal.
When they came back, they will put water in bottles and drink and then wash their hands. To be frank, I never saw the blood with my eyes. But since Baji told me that anyone that they took away is usually killed, I believed in that.
But on this particular occasion, did you see them wash themselves and their hands and their clothes when they returned?
Brita ta foinata ya jele ye bulolu ku ko take bang aninka fenta ke balo ke la fenglu ku
sana dam malam.
It was Sana alone.
Okay, at this stage Kajali Jame was killed, correct?
Tembe ya tare Kajali Jame fa wala mbali
and the head taken to Yaya Jame's home.
Yes.
They took the head to Yaya Jame's compound.
Yama Koli was also strangled to death.
Yes.
The head went to Yaya Jame's compound.
And the body went to?
The body went to the crocodiles.
And then afterwards they took away Baidam, Sheikh and Sheikh Fall.
Yes. Their heads did not return, their bodies did not return.
And then they later moved on with this, the guy with the 6 fingers on each hand, the light-skinned guy, the big one, and then the guy with the ponytail. Two people killed. And 5 people disappeared.
Amunda mo fula yewulu fa inyaay men sedea mo lulu yemanta. Folem.
Yes.
Did you see anybody else brought?
Ulbe kola. Foi natale ayaje bang ye mo do fanan nati kotake.
Mo killing.
Yes, one person.
That
would be the 9th person.
That would be the 8th person. That would be the 8th person.
Yes, that is the 8th person.
First time morning.
Was the one person that came. There were 2, but they said the other one ran away. But that one person, when they brought the person, that day they didn't do anything to that person. I spent the night, we spent the night in the cell until the morning. Until the morning. But the man, when I speak to him, he doesn't respond. Until I stood and I said to him, I said, you make yourself as if you are dumb. That will not escape you from this place. Here, I am the Alcalo here. I said, now I am almost in my one month time of detention here. I undressed for him. I showed him my body. I removed my trousers. I said, you see, this is what they used to put hot water on me here.
Yes, when this man refused to talk to me, I took off my shirt to show him my body. Then I lowered my trousers to show him the lower part of my body. I told him they used to put hot fire on me. You see, the marks on my legs, here on my thighs, is all because of hot liquid that was poured on me.
Let's take that.
No taba.
What did they do to your manhood?
Yamunake itala ila ikeyala.
Ya muta kulufulo nying.
The 2 testicles were held.
Ya kulukilingo muta.
They held one.
Musa ya muta ya dete fa kontinda.
Musa held it and pressed it.
Kabira ya busa.
When he knocked it,
ngo kalamutalde.
I was aware of that.
Bar kabira bototo.
From that on, I became unconscious. I didn't know what else they did.
But after there,
after that,
kuloni yara problem osotole.
On the whole, the testicle had a problem. Up to now, I'm still feeling that pain. Now, just a little small bit, that's what has remained of that testicle. The reason why he didn't clear the 2 of them, when he caught me, he wanted to do it. There was a woman there, a soldier who used to follow Yaya Jammeh, a fair-colored, tough, tall woman called Sajo. She arrived at that moment. When she saw me, she put both hands on her head and shouted.
He told Musa balalko.
She spoke in Wolof and told Musa to forgive me.
Musa kay left ni eliminate lale.
Musa said to her, I want to eliminate this person.
The woman stood and put both of her hands on her head and said to Musa, for God's sake, I beg you, forgive him. At that time, he already destroyed me. At that time, I was not myself. Then he left me like that. I was with the pain. As for the woman, after she screamed, she returned back to Yaya's compound. She was not staying in Kanilai. Each time Yaya comes, he comes along with her, and when he returns, he goes with her. He wanted to operate me. Because that was what he said to me.
How about the cigarette butts?
Sila sikarti kuntolu du sikadimba kuntolu.
Sikareti dimbande nylon.
It's not cigarette butts. It's nylon.
It's Musa Among cigarette otade, nylon.
Musa did not use cigarette, he used nylon.
Ningal finger dang kurto bondal ya jamuto.
If you would allow, I'll remove my trouser, you can see the marks on my tie.
Do not demonstrate.
Kana okijang.
No, purto nya sikoi.
So that the truth is established.
We would send you to a doctor and we would take pictures.
Mbe kila doktoro ya mbe natalo lufananta.
Okay, basitalo.
No problem.
Tell us what he did.
Afanya ay muneke.
Akadimba jolong kang wutol kang.
He used to light this nylon, and then the fire will be, the droppings will be dropping on my tie.
Na jolong kang.
Each time he drops it on my tie, I will scream. He will tell me stretch up since you
No, he will say agree that you are a rebel.
Accept that you are a rebel.
Okay. If you accept that, we release you immediately. We will take you to the elder. I said to him, I will not accept that. Even except if I die. But if I don't die, what I did, I'll admit to it. But my problem with us is, since I mentioned that, he came after me. He beat me mercilessly again there. So now, as this issue, I'm always scared to mention it.
Okay. So after the 7th person, you said they brought in an 8th person. And this person refused to talk to you. In which language were you speaking to him?
In the Mandinka language.
Did you notice anything distinctive about this particular person?
Yellow.
To be frank, there was blood on his body. His body was wounded. He suffered a wound here. I don't know whether it was... He was also...
The witness pointed to the cheeks and also the forehead.
The forehead and just on top of the ear.
Yes.
3 wounds. I saw those. I saw blood coming from these parts of the body. They didn't take him to the hospital. They did not bring any medicines for him. We slept like that. We spent the whole day like that also. Night came again. On the second night, the second person came in. The second person was caught in Esau. When they took the person from Esau, they passed through Banjul en route to Kanilai. Okay. The man that was captured in Esau is a Senegalese from Kaulak. That one spoke. But the first one, the one that he found there, he would not agree to speak until they put them on board a vehicle. They went with them to the bush. Sana and others came back, and I did not see them again with my eyes.
Do you know the name Pa Os Jeng?
Yes.
Who is that?
He was a Senegalese.
Was that the person captured in Bara, or was that another person?
Pamodu Jeng was the one that was captured in Bara.
Pa Os Jeng for Pamodu Jeng.
Pamodu.
Modu Jeng.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
He was the one that they captured. He was the one they captured in Bara, but what they did, I don't know anything about it.
Yes,
they took them to the bush. They returned. Sana was not the only one that washed his hands on that occasion. Sana washed his hands. Suleiman washed his hands. There was another man, short and the bulky chest. He too washed his hand.
Did you see any blood on any one of them?
That's what I'm saying. Sana's trousers, when they came, they washed their hands. Sana's trousers was spoiled by blood. The previous 3 individuals that were taken, I did not see blood. But on this occasion, these last 2 that were killed, I saw that Sana's trousers was soaked in blood.
Did you notice anything about the teeth of the 8th person?
They broke his whole mouth. Because these ones people, they used to hold you until you are facing each other with them, and then they will strike you straight in the eyes. And your hands are tied behind you. You are unable to do anything. They will just raise you up and make you stand, and then they will hit you, and then you will sit down. You are not able to do anything. Beatings and cursing of the mother. After all of that, Musa came to me. He said to me, Ensa, what I said to you, will you accept or will you not accept? I said to him, that is what? The issue of the guns, how did you work that out? I said to him, Musa, that is not the truth.
If somebody else told you this, the person told you a lie. He said to me, you will tell the truth today. It will not pass today. I told the man that the man said that he will, Sanat said to him that, Musa said to him that, you will tell the truth today.
I said to him, the only truth that I will say is that I am not aware of anything on this issue. He said to me, okay, I'm coming. He went to the house. He put on a shirt and a t-shirt. He said to me, today you will speak the truth. I said to him, just go ahead and kill me. The suffering that I encountered here, since I was born, I have never experienced it. And I know that I will die and not go through the same suffering again. So I said, Musa, just go ahead and kill me. He said to me, but before you die, you will suffer first. Then he came after me. He tied my hands behind my back. The hands that he used to tie my hands behind my back, he put that through the back of my legs. The chair that was like this, he put it behind the chair like this, and then made a loop over my neck. So I was seated like this. The rope went through under the table, out onto my head in a loop. The table was screwed. So now I'm unable to raise the table. I couldn't do anything. He came to me, stood in front of me.
Mr. Chair, perhaps we should give him a few minutes too, because this one is really painful.
Council, if you have more difficult stories to come, would you want to repeat the viewer discretion advisory that you had done if we have more to come? Because you had hearing
interview
contact with the witness. That should do that. So
Yeah,
if we
yes,
have
Mr.
more difficult things to come, I think
this would be the last one, Mr.
okay.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
But it's also one that requires viewer discretion. And perhaps maybe children should not be exposed to that.
Fine. If you can just repeat what you said just before we broke up.
Yes. Well, I just advise that what we are about to hear requires viewer discretion. It's a gruesome and terrible act of torture, act of brutality. So I'd advise that perhaps children should not be exposed to this.
Well, there may be some adults also who would not want to
hear,
who would be disturbed by what they're going to hear.
It's quite disturbing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ensa, we are terribly sorry about what has happened to you.
Ensa, ise haketu de menkete la aketa ku sangarol tintel fanalu ay mbalafa ise haketu.
Are you willing to proceed?
Saying isitente no labang.
Okay. So you told us that, okay, you've been compelled to sit in that slouching posture with the ropes tied over your neck. And there was Sana standing right in front of you. What did he do next?
Biri city tabulo balawonya ye julo dundi tabulo koto isim fulo tema kana findindina nyato kana julo nyinta ka mini kangola amunta ye jimindi mulunke wonya be sitirin julobe bambandi anatalo ye nyati lingula ay mune kela
Musa ya Musa ndado ay nyimol bejalo
Musa hit me on my mouth and he broke all my teeth.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You were telling us that he hit you.
He hit me on my mouth and he broke all my teeth. That time I fainted. I was not in the world. I fainted. I was not aware of anything happening in the world. Since that morning, until sunset, night fell and I was not aware of anything. I was lying down. I was lying on the ground.
After that,
when night fell, he cursed my mother and said to me, "Today I will kill you. You will speak the truth, or your corpse will come out of this place." I said to him, Musa, Musa, you have troubled me. We have not had any problems. You have taken an individual's problem and now you are troubling me. I said to him, I am powerless, but power is with God. I said, I put God between you and me. Musa said, why did I say that to him? He came on me again. At that time, all my teeth were already off. He did not have any mercy for me. He took a pipe and he was beating me hard. Baji and others who were standing were scared to stop him because he was also their senior. Musa dealt with me until he was comfortable. He left me. I was there. I did not have any cure. I had nothing. On the second day, he went inside. He brought tablets and said to me, drink this. I was scared. I drank the tablets. But when I drank the medicine and I was there,
the pain in my body reduced. But what I later felt was that my spinal cord, the length of it started getting, it looks like if somebody put fire in my bones, it became very hot. When he came, I told him, Musa, the medicine you gave me, well, it reduced the pain in my body, but the condition I am in now about my back is another thing. What he replied me was, he told me, you will see your people, the day you will see with your people will be in the next world. He said to me, I'll kill you. The people who died in your presence here, before you will go out and narrate it to people outside, you will also die here. I was there 1 month, 20 days, on the 21st day, 1 month, 21 days. When he came, around 12 to 1, between 12 to 1 at night.
He said to me, Ensa. I said, yes. He told me, get up. He told me, remove your shirt. I removed my shirt. For those who know Kanilai, if you stood around where the lions were kept, if you look at each side, you will see a little building standing in their house. In the front of it, Yajame built a structure which they said was a traditional place. Musa was standing at that little building and said to me, do you see where that fire is coming, lighting from? He said to me, go there, I'll meet you there. Behold, that time I was looking at my grave. I took the way, going, but I was not sure about my behind. Because of the manner in which Kajali's head was chopped off, I thought that the same thing fate awaited me. But after I walked for about 5 meters, I looked behind me, and I didn't see anyone. At that time, he had gone back. I walked until I was near to where he had indicated me. Just like here on the table where the council is, as I was approaching the place, I had a cutlass fall against the cement. At that time, I did not know it was a cutlass. It made a clinging noise that nearly killed me. That time I was terrified. I was in the world, but I did not enjoy it.
When this cutlass fell down, I jumped. I stood. I I saw a man standing in front of me. Not a tall man, but he's a tough guy. At that time, I didn't know him. I wanted to go back. He said to me to come. He bent down and picked up the cutlass. At that moment, I was not in my own faculty. I was in the world, but my mind was completely spoiled. When I reached him, he asked me, "Are you Ensa Keita?" I said yes. He asked me, "What is the problem between you and Musa?" I said, "No, say assistamba." He said, "No, but it was Musa who gave me the order to kill you. If you reach here, he told me to kill you." Then he asked me, on the whole, the problem between you is between you and Assis. I said, "Well, I am not aware of any problem between me and Musa." That's the time he signed a torch on my face. My head was swollen at that time because all my teeth had fallen out. If you look at my legs, Musa used to take a bayonet, hit me on my shin bone, and sometimes you will see blood flying out of my legs. He told me, "I will not kill you." He told me, "I am the man called Bombardier." That's the day I came to know who is Bombardier.
Did he tell you his full name, his real name?
Kausu Kamara. Yes, he told me his name called Kausu Kamara.
He said, "But I will not kill you." When you came out from when the fire shone on your face,
the bonfire, when you come out from near the bonfire.
Yeah.
When I saw you, it was as if this is someone that I am from the same parents with. In fact, my body could not accept it when I saw you. He said, "I want to release you." But he said, "This is military affairs, it's an order. If I kill you here, not even the granite shell will be broken." But I felt sympathy for you. If I release you and you escape, will you return back to the Gambia or not? I said, "Until Yaya Jammeh's days come to an end. But I'll not return to this country again." He said, "Okay." He said, "Come and stand here." He stood me there. He went inside. Whether he went to Musa or whatever, he came back. If you are coming from Kanilai, the Kanilai village, and going towards where Yaya Jammeh is, where the soldiers are usually seated by the checkpoint, if you look towards the western side,
there was a big tree standing at the junction there.
The fence was by the taba tree, and that was the fence he told me to jump over into the highway.
Into the garden.
Into the garden. I said to him, "I cannot jump." I said to him, "Where I am now, I cannot even run, much more jump." That was when Kausu Kamara came to me. He put his hand underneath me. That time, the food was not in my body anymore. When he put his hand underneath me, he took me and shoved me over the fence. I fell outside. I got bruises on my ankles from there. When I got up, he went through inside Jalaman's compound. Because he told me that when you jump, you will stand, because there were soldiers on guard in front.
Yes.
When he went inside through the compound, he came and found me standing by the fence. He had a military singlet. He gave me that to put on.
Fel hato membabulu sojarol le nafa kaba man ka fenko sototeng.
They felt the military cap that he had.
Ayo dunkungola.
He put that on my head.
Tambita nyato mbano.
He went in front of me and I followed him.
Fayen tambindi checkpoint ola.
Until we went past the checkpoint.
Kaus kamara.
Kaus kamara.
Alata ko late o bala fasotonya.
After God, he had that sympathy for
Nata
me.
boru wole nyaman dunta sato to kafoje kantimba.
That is how I ran and got into a village called Kantimba.
Kanilai bala sato be jele barabe Casamance.
Near Kanilai, but it is in Casamance.
Tata nakafnyo mayaje.
I went to one of my colleagues there.
Umar Sane.
Umar Sane.
Natan selendi sereto kang.
He put me on a cart.
Janna bo fernya ko nyete tuno la jam.
Before that, he said to me, you will not be left here.
Because janning Kanilai men jamfa.
Because here and Kanilai is not far away.
And every day sojarol ka fanna janne.
And every day soldiers used to fill this place.
Tombatinge samba sato beje sato fele nyato jang tole nyato la siranyol be dame ka foje fele sato nyin to betam kono.
Kantimba, is it in Gambia or is it in Senegal?
Kantimba is Gambia, Senegal. Senegal, Casamance.
But before you get to Kantimba, did you come across any Jola woman?
Yes.
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
She was the one that even showed me the road leading to Kantimba.
Don't tell us her name, just tell us about the encounter.
Kana tofode bari afunyeng ina benta nyamenga na la ko kete nyamenga.
Because kabiring bomborde em fintindi aintamindi checkpoint wala.
When Bombarde led me out past the checkpoint, he returned. This Jola woman, very good woman, said to me, my child, and I said yes. And she said to me, where are you going to this night? I said to her, my mother, and she said yes. I told her that I was captured, about to be killed, but God has saved me. She said to me, come. She said to me, stand here. She passed and went until she got to the Kanilai Bantaba. She observed the area. She returned back to me. She took me. She took me past one old man called Kalau.
Don't mention names anymore.
Okay. She took me past that person's house until we passed the Bantaba. She got me to the frontier. And she said to me, there is Kantimba. She pointed it to me. And I said to her, I know Kantimba. My colleague is there, Umar Sane. I am going to Umar took me from there and took me to Lasera's place. I met one old man there. Pabaji. He's a great Marabu, Jola Marabu. When Lasera took me to him, he asked me. I told him all my problems. I removed my trousers. He looked at everything. In the morning, he went to the bush and brought many herbs. All many herbs. He boiled some. The first one he boiled, after I drank it, I was urinating blood. And when I vomit blood. Until my situation became better. And I had a communication with Biam. One of my seniors was there called Keba Suso. He assisted by securing Western medicine, which they would pass on to me where I was. Until my health improved, I worked there, and then I came out. Now I was afraid of Kombo. I went and resided in the bush. Nyofele. That was where I went and hid in Kombo South. When they say Serekunda, I never heard towards Serekunda. Because each time I see someone in uniforms, I used to get scared. After I was there,
Oh, Sanji Killing Fula. I was there for up to a year to 2 years. To 3 years. To 3 years. My niece came for me and took me out of Nyofele. When he took me away, he asked me, what broke all your teeth? I said to him, I had a motor accident. He said, okay, then I'll take you to the Ahmadiyya so that they will fix your teeth. It was my niece who helped me to fix these teeth for me. He's called Alhaji Lamin Tarawale. Because at that time, I cannot even eat properly. During my stay at Nyofele, 1, 2 to 3 years, I cannot eat properly.
Did you give up on the money you were owed?
Saying, kodo julo membe tening, itela julo membe dunding, wokodo inato tutu la jele ba. Ani sama nenga jambata la, mayam falo. Even tomorrow, if I see the money, I will collect it. I haven't forgiven him.
But after,
I cannot get it.
After 3 years, did you stop pursuing the money?
Birin sanji sabo tambita. Inate dahale kabula kodo nyina kuono. Mandaha. I didn't stop pursuing the money. When I came to Serekunda, I had a friend there called Abdou Toure. I explained this matter to him. He told me, now, you know what you're going to do? Go to Halifa Salah's office, the Doi, and give them this report. Maybe the way they will take, you can wait and see what they'll do. I said to him, well, you've given me a very bright idea. I've never thought about this. That's the time when I went to Halifa's office. I found Sam there. I don't know his name. But he has a
Samsar?
He's a bald head, Samsar. When he took my statement, I explained everything to him. Then he said certain things which only educated people know, but I don't know. He wrote them on a paper, put it inside an envelope. What they did what he's supposed to write. He told me to take it to Banjul. When I went to Banjul, I arrived at State House. I gave them this paper. They accepted the letter, the envelope. They looked inside. They didn't tell me anything. They told me to go. When I went,
where in State House did you deliver the letter?
Yo ambuloko samba mintole State House.
State House la bunda bato. At the main gate. Gate la bunda bato. The main gate. That's where you leave documents. That's where I placed the documents.
Proceed, please.
He said, when we need you, we'll call you. They never called me again. I told Abudu. Abudu said, well, now let's go and visit Halifa. When we got to Halifa Salah, I said to him, the document he wrote for me, I took it to the State House, but they did not call me, and they did not say anything to me, and the document did not also return. I said, okay, wait for me. We sat down and waited. When he was ready, we got into a vehicle. We came to Doy's office. Halifa alighted. We went inside. After they wrote on the paper and they were done, he said to me, this document, the president will get hold of it. When we arrived, I took the paper to Banjul in the morning. On my arrival there, at that time, Yaya was about to go to the wife's village.
Home of origin.
Home of origin, yeah.
Would that be Morocco?
Morocco.
Yes, they said he was going to Morocco. I placed the paper there. The one that I gave the paper to asked me, what is your name? I said to him, Ensa Keita. I said to him, what is your name? He said to me, Tumbul Tamba. Once he said the Tamba surname, my mind was shaky.
Because of assist Tamba problem also.
Because I had a problem with assist Tamba.
And family.
And this Tamba could be of the same family.
Okay.
He said to me, okay. Now, go. When the elder comes, we will call you and he will come. I said, okay. I went. I was there. That evening, they called me. They said to me, Ensa, okay, your paper, we gave it to the president. But tomorrow, I will talk with him.
Okay.
I said, okay. That morning, the following morning in the evening, I can say around 6 to 7, the telephone rang. On the telephone, there was no number. You will see that it was a call. It was ringing, but I wasn't aware. Because before that, I have never experienced such. The telephone was ringing, it was with me. Abdul said to me, the telephone is ringing and you are not picking. I said to him, no, this is not a call. He said, no, it's a call. Gamcell have now
introduced this system. It's a call called private number. I said I didn't know that. I received the call.
Hello.
I said hello.
Hello.
He also said hello, the caller. He asked me, why didn't you receive my call? I said to him, I didn't know that it was a call. It was just now that somebody informed me that it's a call. But I didn't know before that it was a call.
Isn't Ensa Keita?
The man asked, isn't it Ensa Keita?
Yes, Ensa Keita.
Then I said, yes, it's Ensa Keita.
State House, Tumbulu Ntelamu.
He said, it is the man whom you delivered the paper to. It's me, Tumbul.
Saying, round may call after.
He said, they will call me after.
Isina,
you will come.
Yaya
has left your money here.
He identified a place for me, and we have picked the money. It is here, $135,000. I said, really? And he said, yes. I said, well, today, everything will be okay. I went to my wife. I said to her, my money that was in Kanilai, I have worked it out, and I think now everything is in order, and things will be fine. Behold that time, they put a trap for me, but I wasn't aware. But when they said that to me, in our compound there was one old man, a marabu. He used to do his fortune telling using sand.
Where was that old man from?
Kebaringo is from Burkina Faso.
Old man is from Burkina Faso.
But Kabiri 1981
since 1981 he was in this country. Up to today his name is Amadou Diallo. But the Malians used to call him Amadou Wagadugu. When I went to him, I gave him $2. I told him I wanted him to
do fortune telling for me.
Yes. He touched the sand. He looked at it. He shook his head. He said to me, Ensa, but there is a dispute between you and the president. I said to him, it's true. I said, my money is there, and that is the money I am after. He said to me, this money, I am not saying that you will not have it. Someone will call you also. When you go to answer, it is possible you will not return. After he said that to me, I didn't stand to tell him directly. I said, no, this man did not see me. He was not telling me the truth. After doing all the modalities to collect my money, now that I am being called to go and collect the money, he's telling me that I shouldn't go. Well, he said to me, this is what I have seen. I said, okay. I went back to my wife. I got off from his compound. That time we had already done the 8 o'clock prayers. The telephone rang again. That when I got from his compound, from his house, room before I went outside, I received the telephone. They said to me, Ensa, where are you? I said, here I am at Bakote, near the Mboyo field. They said to me, try and come now at the cooperative. Do you know the cooperative? I said, yes, I know the cooperative. Westfield. It's around that end. They said when you get to the cooperative, the road that goes where they used to split wood towards the garden end, take that road and come, you will meet us along the way. You'll come and collect your money. When he said that to me, just that by time has already come to an end. That time money was in my mind too much.
Yes. When he
said that to me, and I thought of that statement in that night, then I recalled what the Marabu said to me earlier on. I went inside. I came out. I told Jallo to divine for me again. He said to me, what I have divined already, is that not enough? I said, no. It's not enough. Don't you see, these guys are calling me again. And you are telling me that if I went there, I will not return. He said to me, Ensa Keita, and I said yes. He said to me, when you go, you will not return. What I saw here is God who is in charge of his own things. And this work I'm doing is more than 40 years. But what I saw here, I saw you going, but your coming back was in darkness. After he finished saying that, the telephone rang again. Ensa, where are you? I told them I am preparing, coming. They said, hurry up, we are waiting for you. I went to my wife. She said to me, Ensa, forget about this case. Forget about this. I went somewhere for divination. Your issue came up. I said to her, myself, I'm just coming from Jallo's place. But Jallo said, if I went, I will not return. I said, I will not go and answer. I said, this money affairs.
I nearly lost my life. Allah helped me. I escaped. Now I am here again. Now I came here again. It's about to destroy my life again. When I said that, they called me again. He asked me, where are you? I said to him, my elder. I told him, I'm not coming to answer you. This money problem. I don't understand this problem. This money nearly killed me in Kanilai. And you also have set a trap for me to kill me. When I said that, then the man just hissed in the telephone and said, he said, no, we won't kill you. It's your money. I asked him, what's your name, you? He said, it's Tumbul Tamba. I asked him, you and Assis Tamba, what is the relationship between you? He said, our fathers are related. I said to him, now Tumbul, this affair about the issue about this money, I have already left it with Allah.
I
I said, no, but I'm not coming to answer to you. I said to him, these telephone calls you are making to me, you will never get me again. That's where I removed the SIM. Before I did that, he said to me, you are not coming to answer. He said, now wherever you are in this Gambia, I will get hold of you. Wherever you are, I will catch you. You want to trouble my brother? I said to him, I know we are far from each other. I told him, you are lying.
Yes.
He said, you are insulting me. I said, yes, I'll insult you. I insulted his mother. I switched off the phone. I removed the SIM.
And I broke it into pieces. And I forgot it. I was there.
No mind man stay.
My mind was not stable.
Any time.
I saw to it that any time I can die. And I did not have any money. The land that I had in Nyofele, where I wanted to plan to settle with my family, I said I was going to sell this place. I told my wife. She would not agree. I said to her, if you have a piece of land, you alone sit on that piece of land when I am in the hereafter. Which one do you prefer? She said, I prefer that you and I all live there. I said to her, I am going to sell off this land.
100 by 100.
100 by 100. I sold it for 100,000. At that time, even if I had 50,000, I would have sold it because I was trying to escape from this country at all costs. The one that I said this to said that he was going to pay 100,000. I asked him to increase. He said he couldn't increase. That was what he had, and I told him to pay. So he paid. When he paid, we went to the Alcalo. We before we prepared documents, they said to me, your place of residence, you want to sell it?
What I said is a Mandinka proverb. A small bird, however busy a small bird is, well, the bird runs away from mightier things like elephants. The reason for me to sell this piece of land, there is something over my head. You people will not know because I will not tell anybody. I don't trust anybody again in this country.
Eventually, you sold the land.
I sold the land.
And what did you do after selling it?
After I sold the land, I went and bought rice. I bought oil. I removed some money for my wife because there were kids she had. Before anything that may pop up, before she could go and tell her problems to other people, she would be able to do things on her own. My wife, I told her that I was traveling. But in my family, there is nobody, even those that we share the same mother and father, that I said these things to. Even my wife herself, I told her, but she did not believe me. Until the day I held my bag, around 5 o'clock, I told her, I'm going. And she said to me, so truly you are going? I said, what is on my head? If you knew, it will not be in your favor. But before you know it, let me go out.
So you left. Where did you go?
I took a vehicle here. I went to Banjul. I was scared of the ferry. Because when I saw people in uniforms, I was suspicious of them. I took the pirogue. I paid him 1,000. He assisted me, in fact. These fishermen, when he crossed me over, I took a vehicle there. I went towards Karang. When I got to Karang,
Immigration
The Gambian immigration officers I found there, they wanted to disturb me. I told them to wait for me. I was coming. I was going to the toilet. When they put me inside, I went out to the back door. I left my bag with them. I found my way and went. Because I did not trust them because they could arrest me and attempt to return me back to the Combo. I took a vehicle. I went to Kaulak. I was in Kaulak. 2-3 days. I was not comfortable. I took a ticket. I went to Bamako. When I got to Bamako, I was there 1 week. The second week, I saw one of Yajame's people who came to buy animals. When he found me at the garage, we greeted each other. I asked him, where are you from? He said, I am from the Gambia. When he said to me that I am from the Gambia, I didn't tell him instantly there. But
I became so terrified that I smelled my own blood. I said, maybe these people came here to look for me. But he said he's here to buy sheep. I said, no, I don't trust this. I went to the head of the garage. I said to him, I want a ticket to go to Ouagadougou. In Burkina Faso.
I bought a ticket. 12 midnight. The bus departed to Ouagadougou.
Did you know anybody in Ouagadougou?
I did not know anyone. As a male child, when you are traveling, you don't check whether you know anybody or not. When I got to Ouagadougou, they dropped me at the garage. I didn't know anyone. I speak a little bit of Bambara. Language was not difficult for me. I found a man who was selling coffee. I went inside and I sat down. I told him I wanted some water, hot water. He prepared that for me. And bread and mayonnaise. And put some things there. I ate. I said to him, this is Ouagadougou, and he said yes. I asked him to leave here to Niamey. Niger. Is it far away? He said it's not very far. I told him I'm spending the night here. But because the way I observed the situation there, I realized that I could not stay there. The following morning, I went to the bus stop. I bought a ticket. I went to Niamey.
But why did you want to go to Niamey?
Because
because I was suspicious of these neighboring countries. In those days, Yaya Jammeh used to send people to come and buy animals. And I was scared that one day they will pounce on me and arrest me and repatriate me back to the Gambia. Because I didn't trust anyone. When I got to Niamey, I spent a month there, 2 months, 3 months. My mind turned. I said, wait, let me go to Agadez. When I get to Agadez.
Agadez in which country?
Agadez in Niger.
Agadez.
It's in Niger. I said, when I get to Agadez. Asawat.
Mr. Witness, wouldn't Agadez be in Morocco? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
it's another Agadez.
Agadez is in Niger.
Okay. All right. Proceed, please.
I said when I get to Agadez. When I go to Agadez, I was there. I found Gambians there. Any one of them that asked me, where are you from? I'll tell them Gambia. So I made myself, I impersonated a soldier. I said that I was a soldier. I ran away to go to Europe. I was there. One of my younger brothers was there. called Bula. It's a Tuareg. But I see that he was in close connection with the people of Asawad.
Rasta, Bulla.
I said to him, Rasta, Bulla. Where are these people from?
Libya, Bahe, Sabah, Kana Niger, Kata Chad, Kata Algeria, Kata Mali,
He said these are the rebels who come from Asaba, from Libya, coming to Chad,
Libya,
Niger, and Chad.
Mali.
Chad, Mali, these are the rebels. I said, I want you to connect me with these people.
Why did you want to do that?
Because what happened to me in this country is not lawful. On my right, I was arrested. I was tortured. They broke my teeth. They dropped plastic or lit with fire on me so that I would come back here and revenge. That was the reason. So we established a connection with these rebels. I said to them, I want to work. But to send me to other people's country, to kill yourself there, I will not do that. What I will do, I am from the Gambia, and I want to pay my revenge in the Gambia. We can enter into an agreement when I am ready to return back to Gambia. When I have my bombs, one person disturbed me there, who was Musa Jammeh. I want to kill Musa's entire family. I said I accepted that. So we had this connection together. In that work, they used to send me to places, to take things, to go to the Sahara, to spend 1 month there. We were training. Until in the end.
What kind of training?
Many things. We look at the way that the gun is made, the way that a bomb is assembled. Because there are people there, God has endowed them with knowledge.
So in the end, you mastered how to make bombs. Improvise bombs.
Yes, I do the work.
Proceed, please.
After I did those works, until now they realize that, because me, it's not that I am praising myself. For me to panic easily, after Musa, on Musa's side, yes, I panicked. Because I was not myself. But when I got into contact with them, I was not afraid. They came to realize that I will be able to do this work. I was there. We were on the work. Now they said I should go to a particular place in Libya to go and cause destruction there. I told them I will not do that. What I told you initially, up till now, that is what I am sticking to. But that time, while we were in all of that, when I left my home, going to our meeting place, there was one female Arab woman. There was an Arab woman, sorry. She was at the school. At their university. Every day as I passed her, behold, she too was observing me. One day, I was at home. She came to my house with a motorbike. On me, I was having my prayer bills in my hand praying. She greeted me in English, and I responded. She said, I came to you, I want you to marry me. That time she was 26 years old. I said, me marry you? That did not bring me to Niger. Secondly, I don't have anything with which to marry you with. She said to me, if you don't marry me, I will kill myself. I said to her, you don't know me, and I don't know you. If I don't marry you, you kill yourself. I said, well, kill yourself. I said, kill yourself. The one that accompanied her said to her, let's go. And she said, I'm not going.
I went to my home. She followed me. I went into my house. I was sitting down. She said to me, Keita, I love you to get married to you so that you can marry me. I said to her, I cannot marry you. She said, marry me. The route you've taken is not a good one. When she said this to me, I became angry. I told her, what kind of things you are telling me? I said to her, I've just seen you today. I said to her, do you see me?
More than 5 months.
She said to me, I have been seeing you more than 5 months. These people that you are going around with, they are not good. They destroy people's minds.
Essentially, they are terrorists.
Yes.
What I want is to take you out of these people's hands. Please do it for the sake of Allah. I didn't love you for anything. I don't love you for anything. I love you just because of Allah. So that I will take you out of these people's company. When she said this to me, I thought, I had a long thinking. I said to myself, this person is from a Mo tribe. I'm a black person. She looked and understood what we are doing until to the point that she knows what's happening. I said, it's true. People aren't equal. I said to her, now, how do you people get married here? She told me, well, as for me, everything, just for you to marry me. We went to her father. She informed her father. Because I'm a black person. They are white in complexion. He said that will not happen. The woman, the daughter Salama, said to him,
if you don't marry me to this man, I will commit suicide. And if I commit suicide, we will have a meeting in the year after.
After there,
they discussed that within themselves later. I also went to my fellow Gambians. Because there were many Gambians there at that time. I told them. I said to them, but I will not marry her because I don't have any money with me. The woman came to me. The Gambians that were there. She said to them, you're this Gambian brother. If he refuses to marry me, I am going to commit suicide. And if I commit suicide, during the day of judgment, we are going to have judgment between me and him. When my brother came, Muhammad Kamara, and said this to me, and Dembo Sise, the time they said this to me, I said to them, I am not with any money. How am I with which to marry this woman? Even my family that is left back home, I am not able to do anything for them. So how am I able to marry this one? They said to me, since you found us in this country, this type of thing has never happened to anyone here. For an Arab woman to stand and tell a black person to marry her by force, He said,
the Keita and the Ture clans, the bantering that exists between us, whatever your in-laws demand from you, we will try and collect money between ourselves and make sure that you marry this woman.
Did you eventually marry her?
I married her.
And the marriage still subsists?
The marriage subsists.
How long since you married her?
Kabirin 2013.
Since 2013. We had a child. They are also there. Even this morning before I got here, I spoke with the child.
That, your manhood, was it affected by Musa Jammeh?
Musa Jammeh kolu membe kela bari amane balino futwola.
Mambali futwola bari futwo dum fana ngada akete nyawnya kilindorong. Odum fangon namuso nakatu sonkol.
Whatever the case may be, I am still able to carry out my manhood duties, but it can only be once. Even sometimes I quarrel with my wife.
Full night, one.
Full night I can only perform once.
Why did you return to Gambia?
Gambia. Niger.
I was in Niger.
Communication okajang.
I made communications back home. That it was election time. I said, well, Yaya Jammeh will win again. The man said to me, no. A new person will contest. Who will contest against Yaya Jammeh. I said to him, inside Gambia, many elections happened in the Gambia. And in fact, the whole of Africa, I do not think that elections can get a president out of office. I said, well, we will pray because that is also something that is going to be good for us. I told them, if Yaya Jammeh lost in this country, within 2 weeks, I will enter the Gambia. I was there.
Why did you plan to enter the Gambia at that time?
That time, immediately I came.
What was your reason for wanting to come to Gambia during that time?
To go and dismantle Musa's compound.
And then proceed, please.
I wanted to come and destroy Musa's compound. I was there until after the elections. The counting took place. I was watching television. I heard a noise being made that Barrow had won. I also got out from Niger. I got onto my motorbike, shouting. I went to the Gambians. I also found them there and they were jubilating.
At this stage, did you know what happened to Musa Jammeh?
At that time, I did not know. I thought he was alive. It was after I came that I knew that he had died. But his children are there. I would have revenge on them.
What happened afterwards?
So
after you returned to Gambia?
After that happened, I came to the Gambia. 2017.
February till tang anin say.
On the 18th of February. The day of the independence anniversary celebrations. On the 18th of February. That was the day I entered here. I was here. I was investigating Musa's case. But anyone I asked, they were not always ready to tell me anything that was clear. I was investigating the issue on the ground until some of my younger ones He said to me, my elder. Then 2017 was almost going towards the end. He said to me, my elder,
Bakar Sise and Bolong.
Bakar Sise and Bolong. They said to me, our elder, what you are up to is not the solution. I said to them, which is that?
Because Musala family like eliminate.
They said to me, because you said you are going to eliminate Musa's family. I said to them, that is what is in my mind. They said to me, now there is a commission. Whosoever had a problem, they used to look into it. I take it that is more important than to revenge. And I took that as a police thing. I went away from them. I was arranging my plans. Each time we go to Gympex, wherever I was sitting, when I sat alone, I was in my own thinking. They will come close to me and they'll put these things to me. Until one day, I said, Bakari and Bolong. I said to them, now what you told me, I have accepted. I will not revenge Musa's issue. I will leave it with God. But I will go to the commission.
But at this stage, did you see anything about the commission?
But Tembo fe kuje le commission la kuoto utumo bang.
Otumon tebuka otumon commission la kuonyum fanga mo mbulo kuonyum kono. Fo kabiri ye nambe commission jala wala nakata fenkala diamoti mo kanyi.
That time I did not know anything about the commission. The only time I got to realize the existence of the commission was when Kanye was testifying. When I listened to Kanye's testimony, those younger brothers of mine, I said to them, me also, the hardships that I endured, I will go to the commission. Now there is no fear, because what Kanye narrated here, that is more dangerous than mine. So I said to them, whatever I have, I will say it to them. I then tried. I located the TRRC until they showed me this place. I came here.
What about the commission convinced you to want to come here?
Commission la mune ya kendi hanfo iwakilita puru kana jang.
Because the commission, I see to it that the commission is a department,
an avenue, or a forum.
A forum where humanity is encouraged and also where reconciliation is also encouraged, so that there is unity, so that any anger or grievances that may be in anyone, you leave it in the hands of God and take God, so that we reconcile and we comfort each other. I see that as one of the things the commission does, which is why I also had the aim to appear before the TRRC to give my report.
I came and gave my report to the commission more than 2 months ago. I went and visited the victim's place also. I explained my complaint to them also. But the day I came to the TRRC here to give them my complaint, the person who interviewed me, I said to him, I don't want to come and appear on the TV so that I will narrate these things. I'm afraid.
Because of terrorists,
because as somebody who has once been involved in terrorist activities, they might still look at me as a terrorist. And I am not a terrorist. It is anger which compelled me to go into terrorism.
This
is why I learned their ways.
Your plan was to come and revenge against Musa Jame and his family.
Yeah. Itela nganiyo munyitunu yena yejulo jo Musa Jame nala dimbalto.
Thank you.
Have you forgiven Musa Jame?
Silandum foi jam fata Musa Jame na ba.
Yam fata birin dunia.
I have forgiven him from this world.
Yam fata
I have forgiven him.
Komsono la do ko kang.
Because of the work of the commission.
Yanka puri yanga kekilinti.
So that we could become one.
Become
people of the same parents. We are the owners of this country. That reason compelled me to extend my forgiveness to Musa and his family.
What happened to the plan you had previously to destroy that family?
Mune kita ila ferola yemem parendi nu purka Musa ala dimbayalu anala dimbayalu purka ituro bang.
Ndenga mem parendi.
What I planned was that when I returned here, I will assemble my gun. Because how a gun is assembled, I know a lot, if not all. And when I am assembling my weapon, my gun, it will be a bomb. These barrels. That is what I wanted to prepare. I prepare it as a bomb. I'll put it on a vehicle. I will drive the vehicle.
In the middle of the night. And then I will attack Musa's compound with that. And I will attack it in a suicide attack. And then we'll do judgment in the year after. This was my concept. At that time, I really meant that.
How do you feel now?
Now, I leave things with God. I forgive Musa's family. I will not revenge. I will not show them the displeasure. I will not show I will not insult them. But in my heart there is one thing. I will not forget it. That pain will not leave my heart. But I will not revenge. And I will not wish them bad also.
And you arrive at this position because of the work you saw this commission doing.
Yes.
God and this commission.
And nobody has that word in this world. What I wanted to do, I would have done that. Whatever happens after, I will bear that. But when I listened to this up to this date, I kept on listening. It has really satisfied me. The way you work has really pleased me. They are unbiased. They are following the straight rule so that we will forgive one another to become the same mother and father. This is why I decided to forget everything.
Mr. Chair, I have no further questions. I leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you very
Council
much.
ko amanyinin kardo soto silang ayela ko saundi commission la siranti ba fangole ya walem chairman ti.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you, Mr. Keita, for your testimony.
Chairman ko council numbara wukola ite Mr. Keita abe numbara la ila sede yaro kan.
It was indeed an extraordinary testimony.
Aketa sede yaro time ya lonko akono fanuta bari aketa sede yar gdurim baleti.
All that you did at the beginning was to deliver truckloads of sand and gravel.
It
is incredible that that would lead to the story that we heard today. And I'm glad that TRRC has helped you get over the difficult parts of it, especially that many Gambians would have suffered in your own hands as well.
Bari nga alatentu nsewota ko TRRC la du ko nata ke fenti me ye sondo mo falin hanfo inata nyingani yo soto ka yam fakatu yemen parendi nun natara inata bara wala Gambia din jamabe mantoro sotola elaw baro kono.
But I'm glad that you have had the opportunity to come and tell your own story.
Wota silang wairi ita fanang wakilta inata yela kuwa sata menketela me yalonko commission nyati lingula.
You're a survivor, and we all pray that you continue to recover.
Ita de alale kanandi ikata moti menkanata bitum mbe duala fo alasi continue ka baluo sono yandi.
Amen. Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Commissioner Kinte?
Commissioner Kinte lafte nyinin kala.
Assalamu alaikum, Ensa.
Wa alaikum salam.
Benna bala fayitande la yabatal menu be soto.
We want to extend our sympathy to you for the troubles you encountered.
Bari mbe kontano fana yitande la katu joyo le sotota menu be mbulu ila dia moy o joyo dolu sukile.
But we want to express our happiness also because we had some areas which were gaps, but your testimony has closed some of those gaps for us.
Iko kewo men nate ay anim baramam baramangolo amanson diamula.
The man you said who met you in that cell with wounds on his body, but he refused to talk to you.
Itala jero to nyim pensa bo kono abe tembe jumale to amanka ngole moy bang di mole warta ko na baake bang wala amalla fi diamula le mumunole mu also.
He's saying that is it one of these three things? Is it because of the pain the man is suffering from, or he must be a dumb person, or he must have been very, very angry, or he must be somebody who doesn't understand the language.
Exactly.
Okay, ngelo kumomay.
Your statement.
Yo, ning foddi molembang mumuno la manka mumunoti.
Whether it was pain or something else, but for sure he wasn't dumb. He refused to speak by my own observation. Although he had wounds on his body, but no matter how his injuries were, there were some who were more injured than him, who spoke. But he refused to speak, and I do not know what the reason was until he was taken away.
My second question is the three men who were castle rustlers.
Do
you know where they came from? Is it Gambia, Senegal, Casamance, or anywhere in this region?
They were from Kolda.
My third question is, you sold your piece of land to escape here and try and hustle out of the country so that you might be lucky to go into something else? So since you came back, have you...
I have nowhere to squat. Today, if that thought comes into my head, I am always unable to sleep.
Things are very hard with me. May Allah help us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Sambe. You have the floor.
Lafte nyinin kala question o menna.
Commissioner Samba ko abe nyinin kala menna. Commissioner Samba said the question she's going to ask you.
Wala mnyinti ko Amadou Samba la mutol me aliata no. Alia luas lepang fo aliata dilo le kono.
That's the Amadou Samba's vehicles that you were using. Did you hire them or what was the case?
He had his workers who used his vehicles, who were in charge of the vehicles. We didn't tell Amadou.
Because dunia jante labanda jango. Ninko nga fa nga fani ala foye.
Because we will not end in this world. And if I told you that we informed him, I would be lying.
Ndenga fo me ye wala mu Amadou membe Amadou noma. Ka fa Konate.
The one that I informed was the one that was next to Amadou called Konat.
But in our call and ma fo moye ma fo Amadi.
After him, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell Amadou.
Wachama mira ko yo menketeng wole julo jo altobang because mo me alonko ayala motol nati akaba la motol do kundela ina mari mafo aliya sunya tota albe business o ke no la pour katal fan nafa ya mira alabal fasala oka.
Well, what happened, you took somebody's property, you benefited from it, you were doing work or jobs with these vehicles, and you were not straightforward or honest to the owner of those equipment and the vehicles. Do you think that Allah will allow you to escape scot-free like that without you people seeing the consequences of your deeds?
Yes, Allah simfasa.
Yes, God can side with us.
Because
I was not in the company.
But staff
but it was me and their staff. And I didn't do anything on my own. I went there, I sat with them. I was them. All our interest is there. Because the vehicles were not with me. And they knew how they worked.
Because there's no problem.
They said there was no problem.
Thank you, Commissioner Carr.
Commissioner Carr,
Thank you, Chairman. I have a question, two questions. The first is that you mentioned that you were told several times to leave the matter of the money and not to pursue it. And one reply you often gave was that, where were you going to get the money to pay your colleagues, the people you were working with?
Ni ko yonko bo nyin kodo la ko landi e kam mune fo wala nyinti ko sai ndenga menno ta do ko la nge do kundi ndeta ko lo soto na mbewlu jola menna.
So the question I want to ask is, how did you deal with your colleagues? Did they leave the issue or they pursued it with you?
Sai ko na talaba nyaadi le inni wo molu men yeta do ko la wol fanal ya normale bang fudu ina ta ko landi.
Being Ibesirin television okundo.
Today, if they are sitting down and watching television, they will say, "Behold, he is not dead." Because for some of this, I missed to see them since that time. Because I did not trust Fonyi itself again. I left that place. But today, if I had the money, I know their homes. If I reach, even if I found out that one of them is not alive, because the world is about living and dying, whatever is their own, their families will receive. But after that time, I did not see with them, and their issues got lost.
Thank you. My second question is that you've gone through a lot of pain, and I just want to join my colleagues to say we are sorry for what happened to you.
Idunta ku kolem bale kono dimim bale late kam bitu abe lafila kakafu akafu nyoluma commissional menu bijang pour ka fe isi haketu menketa diminta bari isi haketu.
And you at some point had some wanted to revenge.
And wati soto tafang yenyi ngani yo soto pour kela julo jo.
But I'm happy that you have let that go.
Bari nseota wairi ko silang yo ko landile.
Thanks to the work that this commission is doing. My question now is, what is your biggest lesson? Perhaps this can come in your closing remarks. What is your biggest lesson, taking into consideration everything that you've gone through?
Na kumalaba umenti wale mnyinti ite munkule karang nyin kono tumandolu isa fono ila kumolu kono ibela kacha kumfala menna bari yemune ku façon karang nyin kolu kono menkete la yementaki.
These things that happened to me.
Aninsilo manta.
It was unlawful.
Sembolamu.
There was force.
Comme ça man sembo soto.
Just that I did not have power. We will fight this man and he will not be able to do anything about it. This is how I saw it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Imam C, have the floor, please.
Imam C fanang lafte ñinin kala.
Yes, nanga def.
Jamtung.
Ako abe konton kang.
Ñu ngi lay gërëm ci jégal bi nga jégal Moussa Jammeh.
Ako be yesuru aka moy ba.
Ni man turu aka moy ba.
Okay. Ako ibe konton ibe isewota ibe duale ye yam fo men ke Moussa Jammeh na la dimba.
I'm thanking you for the forgiveness that you have extended to Musa Jammeh's family.
Ak metit bi nga am ci metit bobu yeb ñu ngi la ci gërëm.
Amunta silang yebata ni mantoro membe taki wo be kola ni nata yamfa woto mbe numbara la mbe konton na wakang.
And this is despite all the hardships that you have encountered. We thank you for extending that forgiveness.
Dima lay laaj moy weer bi la fa tiyé yob ndax yaangi doon gis Aziz mom itam Aziz ndax yaang ko doon gis.
Ako abe ñu kala melna biri yemuta fo Aziz ikajele numba.
What I want to ask you is that for the entire month that you were in detention, were you able to see Aziz?
Namuto wato kono.
Lamuto kono ha.
Aziz buga naje.
Aziz du ñew fofu.
Abuka naje fereng. Ñana wona lo kanje.
Okay. I never saw Aziz there. During my detention, he never comes around that area.
Ñaareli laccel bi moy.
The second question is
ñinin kar fulanjango.
Where you were detained, all the people that passed through that place were killed.
Mo fo yemeni muta kelo la katel las wano lati yem jola boy fulala le trasado ko kelo la wol mom faade bar wo kola ile patrol suto e kameni muta nan fen nata intata kono do bal kiamal.
Well ñi fa jaar yep rey nañ leen. English. All those who were ever arrested and brought to that place were killed. Five. Apart from those two people, all the others who were arrested and brought there have been killed.
The forgiveness that you have extended.
Yeah, mera fo kita Musa Jammeh kumpotile.
Kausu kamara kila bai kila dimbule benga raw.
Kausu kamara me yede ma foke kanandi.
Ñom ñaari fogulo ne ñom humpante hu mom moko wax mu jegal la nga dem.
Fo ma mera ko asake ko wala diam ta Musa e pour ye yam fe ye bulayta.
Parce que fofu pour nga recci fa jafena.
Datu ka kano dinkirato ku ko lemba.
te topuna la be nga jege fale momu dopat
andung ay dandane hanfo ay tambindi checkpoint wala ay fintindo ma fa bela ay bula itata atenata muru
bi ngay dem wagna le 6000 sam bubu bi nga deme fale ko solal la benen bubu
be katu biribita ay la dondi ko wurane atenata dondi ka do dungi la ko sojarol la duma jenso
to nyala mode ko mo nak no gisé lolu
malong ita fa nga yo janyadile
Bombarde aning Musa
Bombarde and Musa
Musa Mamira ayalon ko Bombarde yembula.
I'm not sure that Musa was aware that Bombarde released me.
Because Musa mo moja obalatid.
Musa is Musa did to me.
Alotala ya fo nyakao aman la finga taman singol ko.
He stood there and said me to walk on my feet again. He will meet me in the hereafter. But God is in charge.
Bi Musa le.
Today, where is Musa? I came and I heard that he had died. That's why nobody's life is in the hands of anyone.
Thank you. Commissioner Samba, you have an additional question?
What I want to ask you again, please forgive me. If I have not forgot the way the discussions progressed.
Amira sinya fula ibe kodo dile la $2,000.
I think on 2 occasions you were given monies, $2,000.
Sai wo $2,000 o ni adite la foita fanan buka do mande mbondi yemel samba nun do ko wala yedo mande ndi wol fanan naba.
Those 2,000 payments. The 2,000 payments they used to give you, don't you also take a little bit of it and give to the people you hired to work for you? I don't give them anything. Because my fares to and fro, it was not in hiding. When the money went, I told them. But I also made them to know that the distance going to Kanilai and coming back, that 2,000 is small money. If you want to share that money, we will not have anything. So they left it with me so that I could run my things. That was the agreement. But I told them. Did you speak to them? Did you tell them? I told Ensa and the others, all of them.
Thank you very much.
I told them all.
Thank you very much for that. Mr. Keita, if you have any concluding remarks to make, you may proceed to do so.
Saying between Mr. Keita, ni fanaye kumasoto ilafte la kacha kumfala menna, say ite finansio sata.
Okay, mbalu tentila bake, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
I extend my sincerest thanks to Allah. Thanks to Allah. I'm happy. The Almighty Allah, who has all the powers, didn't kill me up to this day today. I thank Allah for that. Because a lot of people found me in this problem. But many of them now are in the next world. But look at me today, I'm sitting down and talking. Praises to Allah. I extend my sincerest thanks and praises to the members of the commission. Because the reason for us to be talking here, we didn't revenge, you didn't hear of deaths and so many things like that, is because of Allah and you people. You are seeking the truth, to establish the truth between us, so that we will become one, we will become the same mother and father. I want to extend thanks to you for that. I'm very happy to sit down here today and narrate on the destination of Allah, because I don't have the powers. Things that happened about 10 years plus ago. And now Allah has given me heart and mind so that I'll be able to repeat those things today. I return praises to Allah. I thank you people again. The job you are doing to establish truth and justice. Allah will give you help. Allah will reward you for that. So that Allah will give us all long life and good health. Whatever you aim for yourselves, only Allah knows. May Allah do that for all of you. This country, the Gambia, what has transpired due to in the form of hardship in this country,
may God protect us from that kind again. Secondly, I want to plead, and this concerns my health, because all my fingers are broken, you see. My backbone and the waist is all having problems. I'm unable to raise a bag of rice without my arms paining. My youth has been destroyed. I am begging you to assist me on my Healthcare.
Lama ale nal sutura.
May God
Lama ale banko sutura.
May God preserve the country and shower peace in this country. Thank you all.
Again, thank you very much indeed, Mr. Keita, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Chairman kokoteke inumbara bake Mr. Keita isonta kana CDR la commission nyati lingula.
Ila kacha bete bake so bawo ite mu Keita kundan ko tewni bata badi bo nda sama ko ko le atema ba fule la muso sinin ay da sama kendo dila.
Yes.
Baraka, thank you again so much for coming to testify.
Baraka koteke isonta kana CDR la.
This brings us to the end of the proceedings today and the end of the 12th session of the Commission. I'm going to continue next week with committee meetings as well as statement taking exercises. We will resume in the 13th session on the 16th of April. So we're taking only one week break from public hearings, but the work of the Commission will continue at committee levels and also statement
March,
taking.
Mr. Chair.
I beg your pardon?
16th of March.
Yes, 16. What did I say? Oh, no, that's awfully long. The break, we start 16th of March, the 13th of my session. But thank you all very much indeed. And Mr. Keita, thank you again for coming to testify before the Commission. Okay, have a good break.
ñoo ñëw ak yéen rek skincare plus nara jàkkaarloo ak yéen waxtaan ak yéen tuuti rek si suñu tube suñu baax emuñ rek ci ay diw waaye comme ni ngeen ko xamee rek dañoo yëngu ci ay tube te yënguwuñ nag si just any tube suñ tube bu nekk 5 star jesna la 5 star jesna mooy jesna bi gën a pire moom la ñoo tube palmaan bi gën a fort moom la ñoo liggéeyee buñ demee Bamako ñun duñ dem ci marché bi rek buub indi déedéet dañ leen a jox suñu specs ne leen nii lañ ko buggee nay lañ ko buggee fóot bi nangami fóot lañ bugga pour mu mun a set waaw cuubi skincare déedéet doo ko sol mu di la taxa all over the place ci gàttal ñun rek si cuub dara du doy day des not only dañoo cuub but bu la neexee ñu cuubal la ba pare nag ñawal la ñaw fi mu gën a setee nag rek la ñoo fulee ñetti ñawkat lañ am nañ ñawkati simple nga xam ne xoppati rek mbaa def sa taille basse def sa dagit def sa roba amul benn dawme am nañ koo xam ne moo ñoo dawme jigéen den am nañ tamit special ñawkat boo xam ne ñawi góor rek la ñoo defal nga bugg sa his and hers muy korité muy tobaski mbaa muy ngénte muy takka mbaa nga bugg rek def sa yëkka bu baax a baax daagul ba ñëw skincare plus ñu dimbali la tànnal la cuub fam gën a baaxee ndax sa yëkka gën a foor lii nga ne lan xoolal bi takka la skincare fii la fu léegi yéen tey we're not all about skin we are skin care and the plus does come in so many different ways.
Cubantuin deh, dan cubam sap-sap.
Miss B Designer Outlet is the #1 quality and affordable stop shop for all your needs. Get your evening dresses, suit and ties, office wears for both ladies and gentlemen, beach wears, sport wears, pure leather shoes for men, quality belts, bags, heels for all beautiful ladies, original perfumes, accessories, and a lot more. Find us at Kololini Road opposite Gaddafi Mosque at the Aqua Bridge Station, or call us on 295-3411 or 764-2486. Miss B Designer Outlet. Shop right, look good.
Do you live abroad and want to build your dream home in the Gambia without risking your funds and family ties? Do you want a household name that is trustworthy and efficient? A name that will continue to give you updates on the project from the beginning to the very end with videos and pictures? If your answer is yes, then worry no more. Boss Construction and Asset Management is here for you. If you live outside the Gambia and want to build your dream home, then this is ideal for you. Just reach out to Boss Construction and let's start building the dream home into a reality. With Boss Construction, the difference is clear. We give you value for money. Some of our services includes the following: construction management, building equipment rentals, rent management, purchase and leasing, asset management, and many more. For more information, please contact 282-4945. Better still, send us an email, bossgambia@gmail.com, or you can also visit our website on www.bossgambia.com. Boss Construction, a name you can trust. Boss Construction and Asset Management, keeping families together.
No, ini bara.
Okay.
Welcome.
Basically, a lot of Lala me along is cool, man, that I can really relax.
What the madam?
Yeah, that's
what the madam?
Yeah.
Let them do somebody.
That's fine.
Grand villa.
That's fine.
Slowly. Yes. No.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are basically me alone because they relax. So it's basically that I can understand. It's very relaxing.
Nina Fanny say what? Nidia, Nena Grand Villa is the best guest house in the Gambia.
Beji andikam Grand Villa Guest House. Na labungol bebe senyaring adum na bungol bebe nyarandiring coming ibela fila ila suwe taranyame. Until Grand Villa na kiliano la lafino wale mukangotin telkam. Na ye sabati Grand Villa yela kodo na fa kalamuta.
Oh man, this is like a paradise.
I know.
I so much love this place.
Yes, thank you.
Trust me, I love this place.
You can move somebody and you're watching what? Kapin Jang and you want to Gambia. Grand Villa.
I tell you. I love this place. Okay.
Yes.
I love this place, man. Oh yeah.
Ni leftan na kuo keso sotola. Futama Oljuntum Paradise Estate. Mbaya kumandiroke 7527-218. Wale futana website auto www.grandvillaguesthouse.com. Grand Villa Guest House.